The Discovery of Modern-Day DNA Fingerprinting by Misha Rahman and Rasa Teveno.
Thesis statement. Sir Alex Jeffreys discovered DNA fingerprinting in 1984 while researching gene variability at the University of Amsterdam. This discovery broke a scientific barrier by discovering a new branch of molecular genetics research, and is used to accurately and efficiently solve crime and debunk inaccurate accusations.
Sir Alex Jeffreys was born on January 9th, 1950, in Oxford. His interest in scientific study was sparked at a young age when his father, Sidney Victor Jeffreys, bought him a microscope and a chemistry set at 7 to 8 years old. His enjoyment and natural talent in science increased in school, where he enjoyed the subjects of biology and chemistry, which led him to study biochemistry in his future studies.
While Sir Alex Jeffreys was at Merton College to study molecular biology, he started applying biochemical methods to the science of genetics. He earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in 1972 at Merton College. He went to the University of Amsterdam, where he was a European Molecular Biology Organization Research Fellow and earned his Master of Arts degree in the mitochondria of cultured mammalian cells, and Doctor of Philosophy, or PhD, in 1975.
While working at the University of Amsterdam, where he was studying gene variability, the question occurred to him that if people's genes could be detected in their DNA, would their inherit genes also be detected in their DNA? Sir Alex Jeffreys would make his discovery at 9 a.m. Monday, September 15, 1984, where his hypothesis was proven correct. This discovery opened up an entirely new field of molecular genetics research.
The first case that his new identification method was ever used in was in 1985 during an immigration dispute. A Ghanaian family, who were living in England, had a teenage son that went to Ghana for a visit. When he came back to England, the authorities suspected that he had been substituted with a replacement. The family's lawyer contacted Sir Alex Jeffreys, who was able to prove that their son was indeed not a replacement.
After writing an academic paper about Sir Alex Jeffreys' discovery, DNA fingerprinting was used to assist a number of cases where children were being denied British citizenship because immigration officials weren't sure about whether or not they were actually children of British parentage, but it had not been used in an actual criminal investigation. When he had his first talk about DNA fingerprinting and suggested the idea that it could be used during a criminal investigation, some people laughed at the idea.
The first criminal investigation that DNA fingerprinting helped solve was in 1986. Two 15-year-old girls named Dawn Ashworth and Linda Mann had been raped and murdered. Although the girls were killed at different times, the police suspected that they had the same killer. The prime suspect of the case was Richard Buckland, a 17-year-old boy who knew Dawn and seemed to have knowledge about parts of the case that hadn't been made public yet.
Under questioning, he repeatedly admitted to doing the crime and then said that he didn't do it. On the 10th of August, Richard Buckland was accused of the murder of Dawn Ashworth and went to court the next day. However, Buckland completely denied murdering Linda, so the police, who were firm in their belief that the girls had the same murderer, were sure that he was lying. After Richard Buckland's court case, Sir Alex Jeffreys got a call from the police who asked him if his new discovery could be used to solve the case and prove that Buckland had killed both Linda Mann and Dawn Ashworth.
He agreed to help. By using Buckland's blood and body fluids taken from the girls' dead bodies, he was able to tell immediately that the girls had been raped and killed by the same person. However, this person was not Richard Buckland. The police were in shock, frustrated, and in the beginning, unsure whether or not they should believe this new information. Richard Buckland was set free after more than 3 months in custody, his inaccurate accusation having been debunked with DNA fingerprinting.
The next month, it was decided that the method that was used to exonerate Buckland should also be used to find Linda and Dawn's murderer. they decided to use DNA fingerprinting and test men's blood who were born between 1953 and 1970 because it was around the age of the criminal, who had recently been in the Narborough area where Don and Linda lived. When they did the testing, they made sure that each man had a proof of their identity. Some men refused at first to take part in the experiment, but eventually agreed to take part in the test after understanding the severity of the case and how crucial it was for the killer to be caught. It became an international topic, and not everyone agreed with using DNA fingerprinting, but the testing still continued.
One of the people to be tested was a 27-year-old man named Colin Pitchfork, who was a father of two. A year after the two girls got raped and murdered, a man named Kelly, a friend of the Pitchforks, was at a bar with a couple of friends, and he admitted to taking the test for Pitchfork. This information was leaked to the police, and Colin Pitchfork had to take the test and it came up positive. He admitted to raping and killing the two girls and was arrested. He was to be in prison for at least 30 years.
Sir Alec Jeffreys' discovery broke a scientific barrier by creating a new branch of molecular genetics research and a way to help solve crimes and debunk inaccurate accusations. His discovery has helped solve many crimes by testing a suspect's DNA sample and comparing it to a DNA sample from the crime scene. It has helped prevent many crimes as well. Although his discovery was accidental, it has helped many different people in different ways.